Hello, my name is Bob Wagner, head of the Department of Forestry and Natural Resources. Welcome to the 2021 Forestry and Natural Resources Student Scholarship Awards Ceremony. It is that time of year when we recognize the outstanding accomplishments of our students, as well as recognizing the many alumni and donors for their tremendous generosity in making many of these scholarships and awards available. We wish that we were meeting with all of you in person for this year's ceremony, but we sincerely hope that we will be able to do that next year. Despite the awful year we have all had due to COVID, I have been very proud of our faculty, staff, and student response to the many challenges. Their resilience and hard work have allowed all of our courses to be successfully taught over the past 3 semesters. No students missed out on course requirements that kept them from graduating. Most of our research programs were able to meet most of their commitments with only a few delays in specific projects. And despite widespread cancellations of scheduled extension events, we were able to innovate online and increase our stakeholder participation far above previous levels. To keep this virtual ceremony running smoothly, please keep yourself muted until the full ceremony has concluded. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Mike Saunders. I'm an Associate Professor of Hardwood Silviculture in FNR. Each year, the Department of Forestry and Natural Resources conducts a research and extension poster competition to recognize and celebrate both undergraduate and graduate research and extension activities. The posters are judged by a panel of faculty, staff, and postdoctoral researchers. On behalf of my co-chair, Dr. Mo Zhou, and myself, I would like to recognize the following award winners for 2021. For undergraduate research, our winner was Alexandra Hicks, monitoring freshwater mussel health using stable isotope analysis. Our first place graduate extension poster was by Zhu Mo, hardwood CLT product development and fabrication. For our graduate research, our first honorable mention winner was Sarah Cooperage, effects of prescribed fire on mycorrhizal fungi abundance and diversity in the central hardwood region. Our second honorable mention was Ben Rivera, the self-pollination of Amur honeysuckle. Third place was Jeff Williams. Wood moisture content predicts the fate of Juglans nigra threatened by thousand cankers disease. Second place is Sylvia Park, hypospectral analysis of foliar chemical and physiological responses to abiotic and biotic stress. And our winner in the graduate research category is Elizabeth Allman, oil-induced cardiac effects in embryonic sheep's head minnows. Congratulations to all the winners. On behalf of Dr. Zhou and myself, we would like to thank the numerous individuals who volunteered to judge the submissions this year.
G'day, I'm Mitch Ziske. I'm an assistant professor in Fisheries and Aquatic Sciences, and I'll be presenting the Glenn R. Allison Scholarship. This scholarship was established in honour of Glenn R. Allison to benefit undergraduate students enrolled in the Forestry and Natural Resources Department. Recipients are chosen based on academic merit and financial need. The first recipient is Emily Zimmer. Emily is finishing her junior year as a wildlife major. She is an international ag ambassador and has studied abroad in Italy, Ecuador, and the Galapagos Islands. She plans on focusing her career on wildlife conservation and management. Congratulations, Emily. The next recipient is Caitlin Sinclair. Caitlin is a freshman in aquatic sciences with a concentration in marine and freshwater biology and is planning to minor in psychology. Caitlin is involved with Purdue Swim Club and Marine Biology Club, and she is also a member of the sorority Delta Delta Delta. Congratulations, Caitlin.
My name is Maria Leatherwood, and I am a Senior Academic Advisor in the Office of Student Services for Forestry and Natural Resources. It is with great pleasure that I get to list our names for the awardees of the Claude C. Gladden Memorial Scholarships. The Gladden Scholarships are bestowed on the basis of academic achievement and professional potential. Our first recipient is Amanda King. Amanda is a freshman honors student in wildlife. This summer, she is planning to work with Western Ecosystems Technology as a data entry assistant and a field technician in the Bloomington, Indiana field office. Our second recipient is Jonathan Shimizu. Jonathan is a freshman forestry major. He aspires to become a park ranger at a national park after graduation. Jonathan will also be working as an REEU recipient with our Purdue FNR department, working in research and extension. Our next recipient is Emily Troisi. Emily Troisi is working with Dr. Hoverman on the CERC project and hopes to conserve and protect more aquatic habitats in the future. And now we have our next recipient, Daniel Borsch. Daniel is an avid bass fisherman and outdoorsman pursuing a degree in aquatic sciences. He hopes to work in the field of fisheries management after graduating from Purdue University in the spring of 2023. Next up, we have Brendan Packlin. Brendan is a freshman in wildlife and a member of the Purdue Pre-Veterinary Medical Association. He is also in the student chapter of the Wildlife Society and Paws for All. Our next student is Colleen O'Toole. Colleen is currently finishing her freshman year at Purdue. She's an aquatic science major with a concentration in marine and freshwater biology and is involved in the Marine Biology Club and a lifeguard at the Aquatic Center at Purdue. Our next student is Griffin Broviak. Griffin is a sophomore dual majoring in wildlife and aquatic science with a marine and freshwater biology concentration. He is attending practicum this summer for wildlife, followed by the marine biology practicum this August. Our next student is Madeline Murphy. Madeline is currently a sophomore in aquatic sciences, focusing on fisheries and an active member in Purdue's student chapter of environmental education and the Tropical Fish Breeding Club at Purdue. She aspires to be an advocate for fish health within the fish hobbyists group and an environmental educator in aquatics. In her spare time, she writes and reads fantasy novels while being part of the Xbox video game community. Our next student is Masson Neer. Masson is a junior in aquatic sciences and is president of the student chapter of environmental education. She hopes to work for the city of Fort Wayne this summer on their stormwater management and water quality extension program. Next up, we have Kenzie Cloud. Kenzie is a senior graduating this December and will be working as an educator for her third consecutive summer at the Fort Wayne Children's Zoo. After graduation, she hopes to pursue a career in zoo education, teaching children about the environment and the importance of wildlife conservation. Our next student is Megan Kasilika. Megan is a junior in wildlife and is completing her 5-week summer practicum this summer. Upon her arrival back to campus, she will be completing summer courses for her EAPS minor, that's Earth and Atmosphere Sciences, and doing volunteer work with the Hellbender Project. And last but not least, we have Brianna Vinup. Brianna is a junior in wildlife and intends to work with Versailles State Park this summer as an interpretive naturalist. Congratulations to all of you. We're so excited to see what you do next.
Hello, this is Eva Javierova. I am faculty in the Department of Forestry and Natural Resources with expertise of wood science and strength design of furniture. And then today I will be presenting Eubank Bishop Endowment Scholarship in Forestry and Natural Resources. This scholarship is available to students majoring in forestry who are Indiana residents. The scholarship will be bestowed based on the demonstrated leadership capacity in 4-H, FFA, Boys Girl Scouts, or similar organization, or work experience in the timber industry and academic achievements, of course. First recipient is Cody Moore, major in forestry. Cody is currently pursuing a bachelor in forestry with minor in wood products and manufacturing technology. He is currently the president of the FNR Student Council. This summer, Cody is interning with independent stave company making whiskey barrels to satisfy the strangely growing demand. Next recipient is Bailey McIntyre, major in forestry. Bailey is returning in the fall to finish his minor in urban forestry. He will also finish his eligibility as a cross-country and track and field athlete with hope of returning the team to nationals. Next recipient, Lena Bernabe. Lena is a junior in forestry and is interested in arboriculture and tree climbing. She intends to work for Right Tree Service this summer. In her spare time, Lena enjoys hammocking, bike riding, and listening to music. Margot Taylor. Margot is double major in wildlife and forestry. Margot is currently the sophomore representative for FNR Student Council and a member of the Wildlife Society. In her spare time, she enjoys reading and spending time outdoors. Next recipient, Wyatt Crowell, is majoring in forestry. Wyatt is a junior in forestry and he intends to intern with Teasing Veneer Company this summer in Morrisville, Indiana. He will be helping manage the log yard and helping to keep the mill running smoothly. Alexandra Dudley, major in wildlife. Alex is freshman in wildlife and will be interning with Greg Forest Service this summer as a forestry technician in Scottsburg, Indiana. Additionally, she will be the secretary of the Purdue student chapter of the Wildlife Society for the 2021 and 2022 school year. Alexandra Will, major in forestry. Alexandra is currently research assistant in the Oakley Lab. She is media coordinator for Adapted Toy for Children and an active member of Botany Club. In her free time, she enjoys tending to her collection of plants and climbing trees. Kadian Brown, major in forestry. Kadian is currently freshman studying forestry. She is a member of Society of American Foresters Club and plans to work in timber management in the future. Kirsten Adams, major in aquatic sciences. Kirsten is a sophomore in aquatic sciences with a marine and freshwater biology concentration and crop science minor. She is an active member of the Sigma Alpha sorority, American Fisheries Society, and FNR Student Council. She will be attending practicum this summer in Michigan and Florida. She plans to help in Hook's lab upon returning to campus.
Hi, I'm Rod Williams, a wildlife professor here in the department. I'm here to present the John Oliver Holwager II Memorial Scholarship. The scholarship was established in 2006 by Mr. Graham T. Richardson of Carthage, Indiana, in honor and memory of his uncle, John Oliver Holwager II. Mr. Holwager was a 1935 graduate of Purdue University Forestry and spent his early career as a woodland conservationist with the Soil Conservation Service in Indiana. Selection of this recipient or recipients is based on academic merit and/or financial need. Preference is given to Indiana residents. So our first winner is Jada Laycock. Jada is a junior in wildlife and serves as vice president on the FNR Student Council. After graduating next year, she plans on pursuing a career in habitat management. Congratulations, Jada. Our next recipient is Alexis Proudman. Alexis is a freshman in wildlife with an end goal to become a field researcher. She's currently a member of Dr. Dunning's lab group, where she helps other undergraduate students conduct research on birds, also known as our feathered reptiles. Congratulations, Alexis. And our last recipient belongs to Caitlin Young. Caitlin will experience her first summer practicum this May. She's currently training to take over the Northern Saw-Whet Owl banding station in the fall of 2021. In her spare time, she likes to call owls, forage for mushrooms, and go on random adventures with her friends. So Caitlin, I will see you in just a few short weeks up in the UP. And to all the recipients, congratulations. I wish I could be there to give you these awards in person. Please accept my most sincere congratulations on the outstanding work that you've done here in the Department of Forestry and Natural Resources. We'll see you soon.
Hi there. I'm Dr. Barney Dunning, and I'm one of the wildlife professors here in the department. I'd like to introduce the winners of this year's Roy C. Brundage Memorial Scholarship. This award was established in 1989 by R. Scott Brundage as a memorial to his father, Professor Emeritus Roy C. Brundage, and to commemorate Professor Brundage's 43 years of outstanding service in forestry while associated with the department here at Purdue. Criteria for selection include academic achievement, demonstrated professional potential, work experience, and leadership in student activities. The first winner of this award, this scholarship, is Krista Marshall. Krista is a senior who is double majoring in wildlife and forestry. She'll be working at the Hardwood Ecosystem Experiment this summer, conducting overstory inventories of southern Indiana's hardwood forests. The second winner of the Brundage Scholarship is Madison Creasy. Madison is a sophomore who is also majoring in forestry and wildlife, but with a minor in wood products. This summer, she will also be working in southern Indiana as an overstory technician at the Hardwood Ecosystem Experiment. Our final recipient of the Brundage Scholarship is Zachary Nemeth. Zach graduated high school in Eastern Ohio in the year 2000. He's currently a senior working on his degree in forestry. He likes reading, climbing rocks and trees, spending time with his wife, and looking everywhere for mushrooms. He looks forward to graduating in 2022 and getting back into the workforce. I would also like to announce the winner of the Don Bickle Memorial Scholarship. The Bickle Memorial Scholarship is sponsored by the Coal Creek chapter of Pheasants Forever, providing an annual gift for a student scholarship. Selection of recipients is based on enrollment in the department, studying for a career in wildlife and habitat management, being a resident of the state of Indiana, a junior, senior, or graduate student, and being in good academic standing. The winner this year of the Don Bickle Memorial Scholarship is Kevin McBee. Kevin is a junior wildlife major currently working as a research technician on the Integrated Deer Management Project under Dr. Swihart and Zachary DeLissel. His work focuses on deer pellet decay rates. He's also the current student council representative for the Purdue student chapter of the Wildlife Society, and he will serve as the leader of the hunting working group for TWS next year. He plans to pursue a master's degree after graduating. Congratulations to Krista, Madison, Zach, and Kevin for earning these scholarships.
My name is Lenny Farley, and I'm an extension forester here in the Department of Forestry and Natural Resources at Purdue. And it's my pleasure to present these scholarships today. The first one is the Pike Lumber Company Scholarship. This was established in 2004 and is awarded to a sophomore, junior, or senior majoring in forestry on the basis of academic achievement, demonstrated interest in forestry, and leadership. Our awardee this year is Jamil St. Hilaire. Jamil is a junior in sustainable biomaterials and currently is an online student for the 2021 school year. She hopes to be back on campus this fall and looks forward to interacting face-to-face with her professors and classmates. Our next scholarship is the Indiana Society of American Foresters Forestry Student Summer Practicum Scholarship. This scholarship was created for students with a major or strong interest in forest management and who are members of the Purdue student chapter of the Society of American Foresters and who intend to attend summer practicum. Our awardees are Michaela Agresta. Michaela is a member of the Wildlife Society and Dairy Club at Purdue, in addition to the Purdue student chapter of the Society of American Foresters. Johan, also known as Hans Frank. Hans is involved with the Student Christian Center and intramural soccer team at Purdue, in addition to the Purdue student chapter of Society of American Foresters. And finally, Margot Taylor. Margot is a double major in wildlife and forestry and is also a member of the Wildlife Society and was an FNR Freshman of the Year. Our next scholarship is the John Seneft Endowed Forestry Scholarship. This was established in 2012 and awards undergraduate scholarships for students from the state of Indiana with a major in the Forestry and Natural Resources Department. Our awardee this year is Isabel Staff. Isabel is currently a junior in wildlife. She serves as a vice president of the student chapter of environmental education and an FNR ambassador. She plans on attending the FNR summer practicum this summer. Our next scholarship is the Joshua William Beam Scholarship, and was established in 2017 by his parents, Joe and Terry, sister Sunshine, brothers Jake and Jeremy, and Josh's wife and daughter, Amy and Amelia, in memory of Josh Beam, tragically killed in 2016 in the forest while doing the work he loved. This scholarship is awarded to a sophomore, junior, or senior majoring in forestry who demonstrates leadership, are dedicated to sustainable forestry, exhibits strong potential to a career in forestry, and has served other students, faculty, and the community. Our awardee this year is Joseph Dryman. Joseph is majoring in forestry and agronomy and plans to pursue a career in timber procurement. He enjoys weightlifting, boxing, hunting, and camping. I want to take this moment to congratulate all of our scholarship awardees on their great accomplishments and wish them the very best in their careers.
Hi, my name is Lindsay Purcell. I'm the Urban Forestry Specialist at Purdue University, the Department of Forestry and Natural Resources. And once again, it's my distinct honor to pay tribute to students in the urban forestry area of their collegiate career. Over the past 12 years, I've had many talented students pass through my class, and it still continues today with our current scholarship winners. The first scholarship is the Davey Foundation Arbor Grant Program Scholarship. The Davey Tree Expert Company provides financial assistance to students enrolled in colleges and universities around the country in any of the fields related to the green industry. This includes arboriculture, landscape management, turf science, and of course, urban forestry. The Arbor Grant scholarships are made possible by the Davey Company Foundation, a private foundation funded by the Davey Tree Expert Company. Our recipient this year is Benjamin McAllister. Ben is currently conducting research as a master's student under the direction of Dr. Brady Hardiman. His research involves investigating the structure of urban and agricultural forest edges using aerial LiDAR. He is in the final stretch of his research and will be defending later this summer. Ben hopes to begin work as one of the campus arborists here at Purdue with the goal of moving into an extension position in urban forestry at some point in his career. When he's not thinking about trees in the urban environment, he takes advantage of spending as much time as he can with his wife, Mickey, and their daughter, Ginkgo. She'll be turning 3 around the same time as his thesis defense. The next scholarship is the Indiana Arborist Association Ramsey Scholarship. Each year, the IAA awards this scholarship to a Purdue University student who has a professional interest in some aspect of urban forestry. The award consists of an award plaque and a monetary award of $1,000. Candidates for this award are students in the Department of Forestry and Natural Resources or Horticulture Department at Purdue. Candidates aren't limited to urban forestry minors and can be in related programs, as long as you're tree evangelizing in some way. Our winner this year will be Tate Allen. Tate will be graduating this May with a degree in forestry, concentrating in urban forestry. He has been an exemplary student in the classroom and out of the classroom as a leader and a role model for younger students. Upon graduation, he plans to move to Millis, Massachusetts and work as a crew member for a commercial tree care company there. While at Purdue, Tate has been an active member of the FNR Student Council and the Forest Products Society. He has also been leading the Purdue Student Society of Arboriculture as president and secretary and continues to lead this year. So congratulations, Tate.
Hi, I'm Mike Jenkins. I'm a professor of forest ecology in FNR. And the first award I'll be presenting today is the Charles H. Mickler Scholarship for the Outstanding Graduate Student Researcher in Forest Biology. Established in 2007, the scholarship is named in recognition of Dr. Charles H. Mickler, the first director of the Hardwood Tree Improvement and Regeneration Center at Purdue University. HTRC is a cooperative endeavor between FNR, the USDA Forest Service, Indiana Hardwood Lumbermen's Association, and the Walnut Council, whose mission is to preserve and improve the genetic material of hardwood trees in the Central Hardwood region. The scholarship recognizes outstanding graduate student researchers in forest biology. Our first awardee is Aziz Ibrahimi. Aziz is currently conducting research under the direction of Dr. Jacobs. His project focuses on cold hardy genes of woody species. Our next winner is Ben Rivera. Ben Rivera is a Purdue FNR master's student, co-advised by Dr. Rick Milan and myself. He studies the invasive shrub Amira honeysuckle, and specifically how it invades, how to control it, and what happens to an ecosystem once it is under control. Ben will be graduating this summer and will be attending UC Davis as a PhD student in the fall. In addition to his ecological research, Ben enjoys playing his banjo, going on long walks, and laughing with friends. And our last winner is R.D. Sample. R.D. is a PhD candidate working on the Integrated Deer Management Project and is also advised by me. His project examines the interactive and individual effects of white-tailed deer, landscape configuration, and land use on forest plant communities. After graduation, he hopes to join either the U.S. Forest Service or National Park Service to continue working in forest and community ecology. The last award I'll be presenting is the Fisher Forestry Fund Graduate Student Scholarship. This award was established by Dr. Burnell and Ermel M. Fisher, and Burnell C. and Barbara L. Fisher to support scholarships for graduate students seeking degrees in silviculture, involved in silviculture research, or forestry extension. And our first recipient is Molly Page Barrett. Molly is currently conducting research under the direction of Dr. Mike Saunders. Her research focuses on oak regeneration and recruitment using prescribed fire and expanding gap shelterwood harvest. Molly would like to work for a government agency once she graduates. And our second recipient is Tawn Speechens. Tawn is a first-year master's student coming to Purdue from Hawaii Island. He is a member of Dr. Jacobs' Regeneration and Restoration Silviculture Lab and is researching nursery cultivation and field planting methods for Santalum paniculatum, a species of sandalwood tree endemic to Hawaii. After graduating, he plans to return to Hawaii, where he will continue to collaborate with public and private foresters to develop and promote systems of hardwood forestry that utilize species native to Hawaii. In his spare time, he enjoys camping, spearfishing, hanging out with his dog, and cooking tasty food for friends and family.
Hi, my name is Ruben Goforth. I'm an associate professor of aquatic ecology in the Department of Forestry and Natural Resources, and I have the honor today of presenting the Aquatic Sciences Academic Merit Awards. These awards are presented to one sophomore, one junior, and one senior in aquatic sciences in recognition of academic achievement. The sophomore award is recognizing Daniel Bush. Daniel was previously given a Claude Gladden Scholarship. Please congratulate him on this additional honor. Our junior award this year goes to Emily Washer. Emily Washer is a junior majoring in aquatic sciences with a concentration on marine and freshwater biology, and she's minoring in environmental politics and policies. She's currently conducting research under the direction of Dr. Ma. Her project focuses on the cultural and political impacts of genetically modified cotton in India. She also plans to attend law school with a focus on environmental law after graduation. Our senior award and leadership award for the aquatic sciences go to Logan Halderman. Logan is currently conducting research under the direction of Dr. Thomas Hook. He will be graduating at the end of the semester and will be working for the Hook Lab on Lake Michigan this summer. Please congratulate him on receiving both the Senior Academic Merit and Aquatic Sciences Leadership Awards.
My name is Guofan Shao. I'm a professor at the Department of Forestry and Natural Resources. My area is remote sensing, teaching 2 courses in remote sensing. It's my pleasure to announce the Forestry Academic Merit Awards today. This award is presented to one sophomore, one junior, and one senior in forestry in recognition of academic achievement. The sophomore award goes to Madison Kress. Madison was previously announced for receiving a Roy Brundage Memorial Scholarship. Please congratulate her on this honor as well. Junior award recipient is Joseph Dreeman. Joseph was recognized earlier for receiving a Joshua William Bean Memorial Scholarship. Please join in congratulating him for this additional award. Senior award goes to Esther Mossman. Esther is a graduating senior in forestry and urban forestry. Although she was initially interested in traditional forestry, she went to a club climb with the PSSA as a freshman and immediately became interested in the urban side. After graduation, she plans to move further east and work as arborist in training. The leadership award recipient is Charlie Warner. Charlie is currently conducting research under the direction of Dr. Gazzo. His project focuses on identification of hardwood species. Charlie is graduating at the end of the semester, will be interning as the manager in training for the independent Steve company. He'll be back in the fall semester for his first year of graduate school under Dr. Gazzo.
I'm Rob Swihart. I'm a professor of wildlife ecology in the department. I work primarily on mammals, on furry stuff. So it's my pleasure to get to present to you the Wildlife Awards, and I'm going to start with the Wildlife Academic Merit Awards. These are awards that are presented to sophomores, juniors, and seniors in wildlife in recognition of academic achievement. The sophomore awards, there actually are 2 award winners this year, which is pretty exciting. The first is Ashlana Murray. Ashlana is a current sophomore in wildlife with a minor in sustainable environments, and she'll be the next treasurer for the Purdue student chapter of the Wildlife Society. She's been an active member of the club for the last 2 years, and she has a passion for wildlife conservation and environmental sustainability. The second recipient of the Sophomore Academic Merit Award is Caitlin Young. Caitlin was announced for receiving a John Holger Scholarship earlier this evening, so please congratulate her on this additional honor. We also have a pair of Junior Academic Merit Award winners in wildlife. Jada Laycock and Krista Marshall were both previously recognized for receiving the Holwager and Brundage scholarships, respectively. And I can attest personally to their academic merit. They're both enrolled in my Statistics for Natural Resources course. It's hard, and they're doing great. So please join me in congratulating them for this award as well. And our Senior Academic Award winner is Samantha Smock. Sam performed so well in my statistics class last year that I recruited her to serve as a TA this year, and she's graduating in May and will spend the next few years as a missionary to Lithuania. She's cherished her time here in FNR at Purdue and will miss all of the great friends she's made here. Please join me in congratulating her on this award. The next award in wildlife is the Leadership Award, and that award goes to Alexandra Hicks. Alexandra is a senior in wildlife. She's currently working in Dr. Flaherty's lab and as the secretary of the Purdue Student Chapter of the Wildlife Society. She'll be graduating in May and will be working on the Hardwood Ecosystem Experiment in Southern Indiana this summer. Go Hardwood Ecosystem Experiment. Please join me in congratulating her on this award. The next award in wildlife is the Durwood Allen Memorial Award. Durwood Allen was a distinguished member of the Department of Forestry and Natural Resources and an internationally recognized scientist. He was one of the nation's leading wildlife authorities. In honor of Dr. Allen, this award is presented to an outstanding junior in wildlife. This year's award winner is Rachel Brent. Rachel is graduating in December, and her summer plans are to hike the 250-mile Superior Hiking Trail. She'll also be working in the FNR Specimen Collections Lab. The Kirkpatrick Memorial Graduate Student Award was established by the widow and 2 daughters of Charles Kirkpatrick and recognizes the wildlife graduate student who has made the most notable scholarly contributions to the wildlife profession and exhibits great promise for future professional achievement. It's my pleasure to announce the recipient of this year's award as Brandon Quinby. Brandon is a 2020 PhD alum who's currently finishing a postdoc in the department where he's been working with Dr. Zollner, modeling black vulture depredation risk to cattle in the Midwest. He's also currently teaching wildlife investigational techniques. In June, Brandon will be moving to Cobleskill, New York, where he's accepted a job as a research associate with SUNY Cobleskill to help lead the reintroduction of the American burying beetle to the state of New York. Congratulations, Brandon. The William A. Rafferty Award for Wildlife Leadership and Citizenship is our next award. William Rafferty was a friend of the Purdue University College of Agriculture who operated a large farm near Morocco, Indiana, and he bequeathed a sum of money to the school to be used at its uncontrolled discretion. Mr. Rafferty believed in the ideals of honor, integrity, and patriotism. To commemorate him, this award was established to recognize the potential for citizenship and leadership in a senior wildlife student. It's my pleasure to present this year's award winner, Tabitha Olson. Tabitha is graduating in May and will be working in a field job in Mississippi this summer, banding birds, which is pretty exciting. She'll then be headed off to graduate school in Oklahoma to work with rails and wetland ecosystems, which I find even more intriguing. Please join me in congratulating Tabitha on receiving the Rafferty Award. Our next Wildlife Award is the L. David Meach Distinguished Undergraduate Research Award. This award was established by the faculty in wildlife to recognize a senior who has, by virtue of contributions made independently or in conjunction with ongoing studies, shown the greatest potential for future success as a research scientist. Selection is based on the student's curiosity, intellect, perseverance, problem solving, and communication skills, because excellence in these areas is necessary for conducting wildlife research of the highest quality. It's my pleasure to present this year's recipient of the award to Samantha Smock. Sam conducted research in Dr. Zollner's lab, where she used individual-based models to explore piping plover responses to disturbance and to mentor other students in analysis of camera trap data as part of the black vulture depredation project that you heard about earlier. Sam was previously recognized for the Wildlife Senior Academic Merit Award. Please congratulate her for this recognition of her excellence in research. Our next award is the Undergraduate Engagement Award. This award was established by the faculty in the department to recognize a senior who has demonstrated excellence in engagement. Students receiving this honor have shown the greatest potential for fulfilling the extension and research components of the land grant mission. And this year's recipient is Logan Halderman. Logan served as an FNR extension intern and has been leading development of a new extension publication on pond ecosystems under the direction of Dr. Zischke. Please congratulate Logan on receiving the Undergraduate Engagement Award, in addition to the scholarship and 2 awards for which he was previously recognized. Our next award is the Undergraduate Research Award. This award was created in 2001 to recognize the undergraduate in the department who, by virtue of contributions made independently or in conjunction with ongoing studies, shows the greatest potential for future success as a research scientist. And this year's award winner is Emily Washer. Emily has completed multiple research projects in Dr. Ma's lab. In addition to the project highlighted earlier in the program, she's assisted in a review of NSF program inclusion of social science data and development of a bibliography on mining and agricultural community development. She was recognized earlier for her academic excellence with the Junior Aquatic Sciences Merit Award. Please join me in congratulating her for this honor as well. The next award is the Stanley Coulter Leadership Award. This award recognizes the department's outstanding student leaders. It carries the name of Stanley Coulter, former Dean of Science, who initiated Purdue's forestry program a long time ago in 1914. Mr. John Sample and other early forestry graduates established the Coulter Fund in honor of Dean Coulter to recognize the achievement of students in forestry and natural resources. And this award is presented to an individual who's given notable service in a variety of ways. The recipient has demonstrated strong leadership and responsible citizenship and activities at the department, college, university, and community level. It's my pleasure to announce this year's recipient of the Coulter Leadership Award, and that recipient is Amanda Heltzel. Amanda is a wildlife major. She's a graduating senior and has been incredibly busy in her time at Purdue. She's been extremely active with the student chapter of the Wildlife Society. She was a member of Purdue's 2019 National Champion Quiz Bowl team, Go National Champions, and served as both president and vice president of the student chapter of the Wildlife Society. For her many efforts in TWS at both the Purdue chapter level and also at the national level, she was recognized in this past year by the North Central section of the Wildlife Society as their 2021 Outstanding Wildlife Undergraduate, which is quite an accomplishment. Amanda has also studied abroad in Sweden. She's been involved in Purdue concert bands, as well as with the Devonshire Cooperative House, serving on their executive board and holding 5 different officerships. Amanda's also served the department as a teaching assistant. She was a teaching assistant in 2 different classes, Wildlife Investigational Techniques and Statistics for Natural Resources. She participated in research projects with Dr. Dunning in his lab. She worked as a breeding bird survey technician with the Hardwood Ecosystem Experiment. And last summer, she worked as an avian research technician for the University of Missouri while surveying sites across the Mark Twain National Forest. After graduation, she'll work for the Bird Conservancy of the Rockies, conducting bird and vegetation surveys, and she plans to continue her training in graduate school. please join me in congratulating Amanda as the well-deserved winner of the Coulter Leadership Award.
Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Julie Plumer. I'm an academic advisor and an administrative manager of the Office of Student Services here in Forestry and Natural Resources. And I also serve as the advisor for the FNR Ambassador team. So the FNR Ambassador team is one of the really great aspects of my job because I get to work with a great group of students who really are the face of the department. They interact with prospective students, they interact with alumni and stakeholders, and they serve as mentors for newer students in the department by sharing their experiences, tips on being strong on the academic side, and ways to get involved in professional and club opportunities. So they are such a valuable resource for our department in so many ways. We always have a really great group of students who are part of the team, and they're just so passionate about sharing who we are in FNR to those groups that I mentioned before. This year, we've got 7 seniors who are graduating. It's a really bittersweet time because we just so enjoy watching our students excel and share their experiences with others, but then we have to see them move on to, other aspects of their life. And that's a great thing, but there's always that bittersweet aspect of losing them to the world, right? I've got 7 of them that I want to talk about just to give you a perspective of who they are and who they've been to the department. I'm going to do this alphabetically. So we'll start with Sean Fulp. He's a senior in wildlife. He's been part of the team for 3 years. So he jumped in as a sophomore, and he's just so incredibly likable. If you know Sean, he's authentic. He's comfortable in his own skin, and he instantly puts visitors at ease. In fact, his peers on the team love him so much that when we have some admitted student events, we usually have seniors on the panel because they've got lots of experience to share. And they always wanted Sean to be part of that before he was even a senior, just because the way that he shares himself and his experiences is humorous and fun and just unique like nobody else can be. Sean's going to leave a big hole in the team who's going to be hard to replace. Amanda Helsel is our next senior. She's also a wildlife major. She was a superstar right out of the gate. It's been a real joy to watch her on her journey in the department. I love her confidence and how she shares her experiences with others. And she has had such a strong impact on both prospective and current students alike. I know she's going on to greater things, but she will be deeply missed also. Helen Nesius, another senior in wildlife. Are you seeing a theme here? She's been part of the team for 2 years, and Helen brought so much energy. She's a positive person. She's very excited. She talks really fast. I really like that about her. I'm so thrilled that she found us. She started in biology and then made her way to FNR and has been very passionate about talking to students about, look for what it is that you really want to accomplish. And if that means that you have to change a major, that's okay. She's been a really valuable member of the team as she talks about what it's like to transition from where you may have started at Purdue to finding your passion. And we're going to miss that part of Helen's journey. Tabitha Olson, senior double majoring in forestry and wildlife. Tabitha is an out-of-state student. She's been on the team for 2 years, and she's been one of my go-to people to talk to other students who are coming as out-of-states to the campus, because we're pretty big and that can be intimidating, especially when you're pretty far from home. Tabitha is my details girl. She has always asked very in-depth questions about how we're going to offer experiences or how we're going to organize events. And that's great because that helps me really think ahead about covering as many aspects as possible. She's got a lot of confidence and really exudes that when she's sharing her experiences with prospective students and families. And that has been awesome to watch too, because she also is very comfortable in her own skin. And I just love that quiet confidence that she uses to share her time on campus with others who visit. Sam Smock, senior in wildlife, probably the kindest human being that I've ever met. She instantly puts people at ease. She has such a positive attitude, also a very quiet, calm approach that instantly puts people at ease. Sam is an encourager at heart, and so doesn't overstate what an experience is like, doesn't give a false impression, but absolutely communicates that students are capable of it. And, I think for me personally, she's always just been a wonderful encourager. She sees people and she communicates with them when she thinks that they need encouragement or a positive perspective. And that has had a pretty deep impact on me. And I know lots of other students in the department too. Alexis Trumbauer. She's only been with us for a semester on the ambassador team, but I've really enjoyed that time with her. She started as an animal sciences pre-vet major on campus and didn't add wildlife as a second major until she was a junior. And one of the statements she made in her interview last fall really stuck with me. To paraphrase, she said that she didn't really feel seen or have instructors reach out to her until she was in the wildlife major, and they acted like they really wanted to get to know her in class. And I think that really states who we are in FNR. We care about students as the individual person. And I love that perspective that Alexis brought to the team. She was with us for a short time, but she had great experiences to share. And it was wonderful to have her on the team for the time that she was able to spend with us. Jordan Wolfred, senior in aquatic sciences. Jordan's been with us for 2 years, and she has been a really integral part of the team. She's self-assured, she's introspective, she's quiet, she's never the first one to speak, but I love the insight that she brings to our discussions and planning events because she's very thoughtful. She digests the information and really gives an insightful perspective when she does decide to share, and that has been so helpful for me. And I think helpful for the students who visited, who've had that experience, that time to learn about, what she's done while she's been on campus. Being the ambassador's advisor is one of my favorite aspects of my job because learning from them helps me professionally to better understand and communicate to prospective students the wonderful opportunities that are here in FNR. They're so inspiring to me. That sounds so cheesy, but what they are accomplishing while they're students on campus is amazing to me. I didn't have that experience when I was at Purdue for a variety of reasons, but it's just so amazing to see them come in as freshmen and then grow throughout their time and then be so passionate about giving back to share that experience with others. We're going to have a great team next year. We brought in some new ambassadors and some of them are continuing who are currently on the team, and they're going to be wonderful as they always are. But losing these 7 seniors is tough. They've brought a lot of energy, good ideas, different perspectives to the team. They're all interested in different things and have spent their time in very different ways. And I think that's what made the team so strong because they've been both great ambassadors of the department to prospective students, but also so wonderful in supporting one another and me in the work that I do. So I'm incredibly pleased to honor these 7 seniors tonight. So grateful that they chose to spend some of their time giving back to the department and prospective students in the ways that they have, and wish them the absolute best of luck in the future. It's my pleasure to be able to introduce FNR's outstanding freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior for the academic year. These awards are based on academic merit and campus and community involvement. The winners compete for the College of Agriculture Outstanding Freshman, Sophomore, Junior, and Senior Awards. The outstanding students in our department who are named in those classifications also receive a Gladden Scholarship, which is bestowed on the basis of academic achievement and professional potential. Our outstanding freshman is Lucas Wilson. Lucas is currently conducting research under Dr. Dunning on bird window collisions, as well as working as a technician for a study on bird deterrent systems in aquaculture with Dr. Brown. Currently a freshman majoring in wildlife, Lucas will be working as an intern with the Brookville Lake Whitewater Memorial State Park Complex over the summer, assisting the on-site naturalists and wildlife specialists. Our outstanding sophomore is Phoebe Soldi. She's a double major in aquatic sciences and wildlife. Over the summer, she will be working under the instruction of Dr. Mitchell Jischke as an extension and outreach intern. She is a member of the Wildlife Society, a tuba player in the All-American Marching Band, and a sister of Tau Beta Sigma. Phoebe enjoys hammocking in the woods with friends, books, and music. Our outstanding junior is Emily Washer. Emily is majoring in aquatic sciences with a concentration in marine and freshwater biology. You've heard a lot about her over the course of the program tonight for other awards and scholarships that she has won. Emily serves as an ambassador as part of that team, and she's been a great member of that group. She's great at sharing her experiences with students, and I especially like that she has a different career path in mind. As you might remember, she's thinking about law school after graduation, and I think that's a great representation to prospective students and families that there are so many different types of career paths that can be pursued out of this department. Our outstanding senior is Rachel Brummett. She is a double major in wildlife and forestry and is graduating this semester. Rachel plans to continue her career with the federal government. This summer, she will be returning to Idaho City, Idaho on the Boise National Forest to work in silviculture.
Hello, my name is Casey Doden, and I am the Alumni Relations, Scholarship, and Awards Coordinator for the Forestry and Natural Resources Department. Today, I have the honor of presenting the department's Alumni Awards. The first award that I have to present this evening is the Chase S. Osborne Wildlife Award in Wildlife Conservation. This award is presented by Forestry and Natural Resources to an individual who, by writing, research, teaching, or other personal accomplishments, has made significant contributions to wildlife conservation in the state of Indiana. Our awardee for the Osborne Early Career Award goes to Dr. Ken Kellner, who is a 2015 PhD graduate from Purdue Forestry and Natural Resources and is now with SUNY College of Environmental Science and Forestry, the oldest U.S. institution focused on studying the environment. Dr. Kellner's published research has advanced knowledge of 100 species of Indiana wildlife comprised of 23 mammals, 69 birds, and 8 reptiles. His research publications include 7 of our state's endangered species and 5 species that are of special concern. Dr. Kellner has also developed data analysis tools that are freely available to use to help facilitate others seeking to make population density estimations for species that can't be estimated through other means. The second Osborne Award that we are giving out this evening is the Lifetime Achievement Award. We are giving this to Mary Cutler, who has had a lifetime of service dedicated toward the conservation of Indiana's wildlife and habitat. Over the past 33 years, she has been a naturalist with the Tippecanoe County Park and Recreation Department, where she administers 2 nature centers, develops environmental education programs, and oversees habitat improvement projects within county park properties. Her work in this area has been recognized as truly exceptional, garnering over a dozen awards from community, state, and regional conservation organizations. She has been an institution of both hands-on conservation and education for over 3 decades, and her reach has gone far beyond the properties that she manages within Tippecanoe County. The second set of awards that I have the honor of introducing this evening are the Forestry and Natural Resources Alumni Awards, the first of which is the Young Alumni Award. The Outstanding Young Alum Award recognizes a Purdue alum who has received their degree from FNR within the past 12 years and have demonstrated excellence in their career endeavors as exemplified by their professional and civic accomplishments. This year's Outstanding Young Alumnus Award goes to Dr. Obed Hernandez Gomez.
Obed Hernandez Gomez earned his licensed vocational nursing certification in high school and even applied to medical school. Time spent outdoors while an undergraduate student at Texas Tech and several ecology classes changed his career path dramatically. After initially coming to Purdue to study marine biology, Obed landed in Dr. Rod Williams' lab, assisting with the Hellbender program, specializing in genetics. 5 years later, he graduated with his PhD, but not before making an impact on the Purdue and greater Lafayette communities through his outreach work. Hernandez Gomez worked with underrepresented youth through mentorship and an English as a second language program for elementary and middle school children, and also as an advocate for his fellow Latinx students on campus. Since graduating in 2017, Hernandez Gomez has completed 2 postdoctoral fellowships at the University of California, Berkeley, and is now an assistant professor of herpetology, genetics, and microbiology at Dominican University in California. He has published 12 papers while also teaching cellular and developmental biology, advanced genetics, research methodology, herpetology, and microbiology. His OHG lab at Dominican is studying the effects of wildfires and invasive vegetation on the microbiomes and health of terrestrial salamanders in the San Francisco Bay Area. The team also is looking at the distribution of a new fungal disease, shell rot disease, in pond turtles across the Pacific Northwest. All of this exemplifies why Dr. Obed Hernandez Gomez is FNR's 2021 Outstanding Young Alumni Award winner.
The Distinguished Alumnus Award recognizes the accomplishments of an alumnus who exemplifies the ultimate in personal and professional achievement and service. Selection is based upon substantial contributions to the recipient's profession and society, civic responsibility, the highest integrity in professional, public, and personal relations, and high potential for future professional growth and service. This year's recipients of the Distinguished Alum Award are Dr. Todd Atwood and Dr. Robin Russell.
Dr. Todd Atwood started his career as a professional musician before going back to school at age 27. Since earning his bachelor's and master's degree in wildlife at Purdue in 1999 and 2002, as well as a PhD in wildlife biology from Utah State in 2006, Atwood has worked in wildlife biologist positions across the country. He began his career in wildlife research working with black bears and mule deer for the Arizona Game and Fish Department. He went on to research species ranging from gray foxes to coyotes, bobcats, and black bears as a research wildlife biologist for the USDA APHIS National Wildlife Research Center in Colorado. In 2012, Atwood was named as a research wildlife biologist and the polar bear research program leader for the U.S. Geological Survey's Alaska Science Center in Anchorage. In this role, he collects and analyzes data on polar bear population dynamics and their responses to changing environmental stressors, primarily the loss of sea ice habitat. He then provides scientific guidance on polar bear ecology to various stakeholder groups and decision makers. His distinguished career focused on carnivore ecology and its implications for conservation, disease spread, and human-wildlife conflicts exemplify why Dr. Todd Atwood is one of Purdue Forestry and Natural Resources 2021 Distinguished Alumnus Award winners. Since completing her PhD at Purdue in 2003, Dr. Robin Russell has worked at the intersection of quantitative ecology and wildlife health. Russell spent 6 years as an ecologist and biometrician for the U.S. Forest Service and Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Park Service at the Rocky Mountain Research Station in Bozeman, Montana. After a year as a research ecologist at the Northern Prairie Wildlife Resources Center in Jamestown, North Dakota, Russell accepted her current position as a research statistician with the U.S. Geological Survey National Wildlife Health Center in Madison, Wisconsin. Her research has resulted in important advancements in understanding the ecology and spread of wildlife diseases, while the analytical tools she has developed have been valuable in informing disease mitigation strategies and management plans for a variety of vulnerable species. For her contributions in the field, including work with species ranging from amphibians to bats to wolves and bald eagles, among others, and for her impact in both the policy and academic arenas, Purdue Forestry and Natural Resources is proud to present Dr. Robin Russell with one of its 2021 Distinguished Alumnus Awards.
The final award we are giving out this evening is the Lifetime Achievement Award, which recognizes those who have made significant and sustained contributions to natural resources through professional accomplishment, activity in professional organizations, community service work, impeccable integrity, and other activities to make the recipient a credit to their profession and community. This award serves as the department's most prestigious acknowledgement of the accomplishments of our alumni. This year's recipients of the Lifetime Achievement Award are Stephen Creech and Dr. Rolf Peterson.
Stephen Creech has served his local, state, and national community well in his illustrious career as a forester, wildland firefighter, and wildland fire instructor. He has spent the last 46 years dedicating his life to serving, protecting, and educating. After a 4-year stint in the U.S. Navy, Creech earned his bachelor's degree in forestry from Purdue in 1974 and took his first job with International Paper Company. The following year, he was hired as a district forester with the Indiana Department of Natural Resources. Creech participated in his first wildland firefighting assignment in 1977, an event that was the pivot point in his career. In 1978, he was promoted to serve as the State Fire Management Officer for the Indiana DNR, a position he served in for the next 25 years. Since 1987, he has been mobilized nationally as a wildland firefighter in 14 states. He has served on a Type 1 National Incident Management Team since 1996 and as Operations Branch Director since 2002, implementing incident command systems at tragedies ranging from 9/11 to hurricanes and floods. Creech has taught wildland fire training and prescribed fire techniques for the Indiana DNR, Purdue FNR, and around the world, and served as the director of FNR's Summer Practicum from 2004 through 2015. Including his numerous community service activities from Habitat for Humanity to Church Elder, it is clear to see why Stephen Creech is a recipient of Purdue FNR's 2021 Lifetime Achievement Award. A television documentary featuring Durward Allen and his 10-year Isle Royal Wolf and Moose research program drew Rolf Peterson to Purdue in 1970. When Peterson completed his PhD in 1974, he never dreamed he would spend the next 40-plus years continuing his mentor's work. The Isle Royal Project, which aimed to study wolves and moose in an isolated island ecosystem, is the longest-running, most widely cited predator-prey study in the world. Peterson's work on the now 60-year investigation has made him one of the world's premier experts on wolf-moose dynamics. He also has collaborated on marquee wolf studies on the Kenai Peninsula in Alaska and Yellowstone National Park, among others. Peterson has received numerous conservation awards over the years, and in 2017, he was named among Discover Magazine's Heroes of Science, alongside fellow wildlife biologists Aldo Leopold and Jane Goodall. A Purdue College of Agriculture Distinguished Alumnus honoree, in 2012, Peterson has authored more than 158 publications, and his work has been featured in numerous magazines, books, and documentaries. With the help of more than 1,000 citizen scientists, Peterson guided the Wolf Moose Project at Isle Royal to its induction into the Michigan Environmental Hall of Fame in 2014. Including 46 years as a professor at Michigan Technological University, Peterson's career as a scientist, ecologist, and educator are certainly worthy of Purdue FNR's 2021 Lifetime Achievement Award.
We would also like to take a moment to recognize our 2020 recipients of these awards who we were not able to honor last year due to COVID. Dr. Benjamin Knapp is an associate professor within the School of Natural Resources at the University of Missouri, where he has been extremely productive with research and has distinguished himself in teaching, research, outreach, and service within his profession and community. Amanda Wustefeld is the director of the Division of Fish and Wildlife for the Indiana Department of Natural Resources and has distinguished herself with a long track record of success, being honored multiple times for community engagement as she moved her way up within Indiana DNR to become the first female director of Fish and Wildlife. Dr. Mary Beth Adams has had an illustrious career as a scientist with the USDA Forest Service and has contributed greatly to the profession of forestry, soil science, ecosystem science, and the advancement of women in science. Please join me in congratulating all the recipients of our 2020 and 2021 FNR Alumni Awards.
This brings our awards ceremony to a close. Thank you very much for participating. And a big thank you goes to Wendy Mayer, Casey Doughton, and our FNR Awards Committee for pulling together this program. It is a big job. Congratulations once again to all of our award recipients. Thanks also go to all of the scholarship donors, family members, and friends who support our students in their educational pursuits. We also look forward to seeing you in person in 2022. Take care.